I have an update. There's actually 3 new things. The first thing is very apparent. We have a menu now. Now you can hit 2 buttons. The first one is feedback, which also includes the second thing that's new. We integrated WishKit. So now you can propose features for this game. This feature says move around freely. Would be much cooler if you could move up, down, left, and right. Remember last time you could only move left and right? So now when you hit play, now you see a D-pad and you can move around freely. You can place it anywhere you want by just, the first tab is going to place the D-pad. You can move in any direction. You can also see animations. Oh yeah, right. We added animations, walking animation. I don't think we had that. So what's missing right now, obviously, is since I'm able to move all around, I will also add a left frame animation and a down frame animation. So he's looking left and down and right, respectively, when you walk left, down, and right. Integration of WishKit is new. We have a menu screen now, that's new. You can move in all directions, that's new. Animations, that's new. There's some fine tunings I have to do because when you are, for example, having a fire button here, which now is removed just temporarily, I'm going to re-add it. This one is registering the first tap and placing the D-pad. If I have a fire button and I tap on fire, it will be the first tap and it will place the D-pad right there, which we don't want. So I have to build some logic to differentiate touches and make sure they're registered correctly. It was a very fun project to implement this D-pad. I'm thinking of actually creating a package, a library to provide this D-pad open source, so I don't have to ever implement it again, and you can just use it without having to implement it yourself, understanding the math behind it, with vector manipulation in terms of like normalizing it, scaling it, adding it, and whatnot. This is going to be open source, and last time I showed you some front-end code, right? This time I'm going to show you some backend code and show you how it looks like to have this WebSocket implemented. So you can see the WebSocket is firing on each frame, basically just passing through. Look, this is all it is. Right now, this is 50 lines of code. This is not the final implementation because we don't have a lobby, right? We don't have a queue. We don't have handling of what if we disconnect as we play and stuff like that. But the bare minimum right now and thread save is working, which is we have a collection of WebSocket connections. We have an array. And whenever we're getting a connection request, we're locking the connection array. So it's thread safe when we are manipulating it. We're adding the new WebSocket connection, and then we're unlocking it again. So now it's freed up again, so that when another connection comes in parallel, it's free to be added. Now, when we get data submitted, which is this one, right? For the first WebSocket connection, say like this one. If this one basically sends data, this is the receiver, then what it does is we can ignore actually all of that. It's going to lock the connection array. It's going to loop through it, and then it's going to send whatever this device is sending to the backend. So the backend is receiving it. It's just going to loop through all the connections and then send it to them, right? Just broadcasting and then unlocking the array again. So this is just working. It's just a pass through. I will later on, and that's why this is handy, use the player sync model to decode information what is sent. So I can send along, for example, when this device connects, so I can send along an ID of this device, and so I can identify the data and basically go and create a lobby. Say, I have an array, actually maybe in a dictionary, making sure that whenever data is received from this device here, we're going to look at the ID of the device, go into the dictionary, look for each dictionary entry where this ID is located and which lobby is located, and then from this array of connections in that lobby, basically only broadcast to the ones that are there, right? Don't broadcast to everybody in every lobby, just there. And this is somewhat the idea how I will implement lobby. So this is how the backend currently looks like and works. I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to implement multi-directional animation and the firing. So this works again. So it looks like, oh, we can walk around and we can fire. And we can fire at one another. And I'm also going to fix one small bug. Look at this. I can run into the enemy and boop, I can just bump into him. And then he starts floating because I'm colliding. And I'm colliding with myself too. So there is something I have to fix as well. But that's it. That's the current state. If you're interested in learning how this is implemented and how this all works from step by step, I'll be releasing a course soon. I'll just put the link in the description for you. So you can check it out if you want to. It's going to be SpriteKit, Vapor, purely in Swift. Let me know what you think of that. If you have any ideas what I can add to the game. I'm thinking of, having 5 players at max on one screen, and they can just shoot one another and have some obstacles here, maybe some buildings, maybe some loot you can pick up to have like improved power-ups and whatnot, and then I'll just release it like that. Maybe be able to create your own lobby so you can just play with your friends that you want to play with and not with strangers, stuff like that. So yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think, and I'll see you next time. Bye.